This is D, and Less Stress for Life. That's what's up. Are STDs, STIs, and HIV fun and games? Well, if you think they are, then you might need to visit Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee is the #1 city in the nation for gonorrhea. It's the #4 city in the nation for chlamydia. 37% of the HIV cases are for individuals 15 to 24 years of age. 57% of the syphilis cases are for individuals 20 to 29 years of age. What's the solution? Well, Angela Hagee, a person who's involved with helping to mitigate this situation, believes that #1, you need to put a condom on it, and #2, you need to receive stigma-free testing. Are those significant? I'm not going to say they're not significant, but I'll add this, that they're just akin to putting those tiny circular peel and stick bandages on a gaping, gushing gunshot wound. Most of these young men and young women are truly emotional gunshot victims. You have absent fathers, you have overbearing mothers, you have the critical community officials. I don't think Sheriff Clark is there. But these individuals have been abused by the authority figures, whether you're talking about authority figures inside the home, whether you're talking about authority figures outside of the home, whether you're talking about authority figures in an official capacity or authority figures in an unofficial capacity. And then these wounded individuals discover sex. And what's sex all about? Well, for many of them, it's about intimacy. And for many of them, it's about a release. It's about gratification. It's about pleasure. For some of them, it's one of the above. For several of them, it's all of the above. Sex is simply used as a distractor from the gunshot wound. And many of them are dealing with multiple gunshot wounds. And the larger society, the larger system is just running up to them with new peel and stick bandages. Oh, let's try infertility programs. Let's try condom programs. All the while the gaping wounds become more infected and even gangrenous. And what's gangrenous? Plain and simple, tissue death, emotional death. My brother, my sister, a lifetime supply of condoms will not reach the source of the wound, or it won't even hardly begin the healing process. So what can be done? Well, before we get to what can be done, I encourage you to like, subscribe, comment, share. Also, click the notification bell so that you can be notified of our newest videos. Lastly, go to www.destressmethod.com for more information. Back to the solution. #1, if you might have an emotional bullet still lodged in your body, then it's time to get it out. If it's possible to get it out. And what I'm basically saying is you need to be free and clear of the abuse. Now, let's be clear. I don't want you to be a snowflake, okay, where everything offends you. Can't halfway say anything in this day and age. People are offended. People's feelings are hurt. Don't be the snowflake. But if it's true abuse, you need to stand up to it. And if it doesn't help for you to stand up to it, then you may need to step away. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe emotionally. Keep keep yourself safe mentally, and most certainly keep yourself safe physically. Number 2, you need to get some medicine in the affected area. And Reader's Digest said it best years ago: laughter is the best medicine. Without the smile, without the humor, you know what happens? All that happens is there's a tissue, there's an emotional death that continues its inexorable march to the grave. Number 3, in this life, I promise you this: you're always going to have gunshots. Families will fail you, and systems will try to straight out bar you. Put your trust in the eternal. And when I say the eternal, I am not talking about The Walking Dead. Have a hope that is well beyond the barrenness and the brokenness of this world. Where can you find it? There's this big old beautiful black book called the Bible. And inside of the Bible, there's a book of Isaiah. Look into chapters 60 through 66. Another book in the Bible is Revelation. Look in chapters 19 through 22. I sure do wish Laura and Malcolm would have done so. Malcolm was a young brother who was shot by the death of his dad. He was also shot by the death of his mom. And he was shot by the failure of the child welfare system. At least in his case, his family's case. He was nothing but a walking wounded when he met Laura. And instead of helping this fellow casualty, he added to her pains, he added to her wounds. Laura was a high school sophomore. She had been shot by her parents' divorce. She had also been shot by living with an over controlling grandmother. And by the way, this grandmother more than likely had been shot herself. And this beautiful young lady gave her hurting heart to a hurting hooligan. Then again, well, hooligan ain't hurting to some degree or another. And what did he do? He turned her out and abandoned her. And the next time he saw her, she had sank to lower and lower and lower depths. From alcohol to drug addiction to prostitution and then to lesbianism. To his dying day, Malcolm X never forgave himself for causing the gangrene that set in on beautiful little Laura's life. And for Laura, no condom could ever cover up the corrosive effects of the abandonment and the abuse. Is there a place for condoms? There might be. But I think there's a bigger place for Christ. That's all we got for now. This is D. And Less Stress for Life. That's what's up. Peace.